What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. Be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a big block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 7:30, we have initial and continuous jobless claims for the month of August. At 8:45, we have the S&P Global Composite, Manufacturing, and Service PMI for the month of August. At 9 o'clock, we have existing home sales in the Jackson Hole Symposium. And at 10:30 and 12 o'clock, we have the 4-week bill auction and the 30-year TIPS auction. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a range day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 5 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq opened slightly bearish and traded within an 81-point range until the start of the New York session. However, once price broke out from this range, the Nasdaq traded an additional 114 points to the upside. And after a sweep of liquidity above these highs, the Nasdaq traded 209 points to the downside, forming this two-legged pullback where the bulls found support. And this is where the Nasdaq traded within a 121-point range until the close of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So today was another day full of volatility, and another great example of why risk management is so important. Because a lot of traders got blinded chasing that 20K dragon today and got caught in these massive moves. But it does appear that the bulls have found support at the end of the session, and if they hold this area overnight, I'll be watching their reaction when price trades within a range between 2005 and 972. Because this is where the bulls took their profits and we saw that massive move to the downside. And when price trades back into this area, I do expect for the bears to protect their positions. Now, if the bears fail here and we see price trade higher, I'll be looking for the bears to step in at a range between 2060 and 2035. Because this area has acted as major supply in the past, and I expect it to do the same if we trade back into this range. But if the price doesn't hold overnight, I'll be watching for the reaction when price trades within a range between 817 and 790. But the price action overnight will definitely be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And just like the NQ, during the overnight session, the E-mini S&P opened slightly bullish and traded in a 16-point range until the start of the New York session. However, once price broke out of this range, price grinded an additional 11 points to the upside, where the bears stepped in, forming this two-legged pullback where the bulls found support and traded 32 points to the upside. That was quickly followed by a 42-point drop, a 38-point recovery, another 24-point drop, and an 18-point recovery. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. Now, you would think that with all this crazy movement that I was talking about the Nasdaq, but this happened on the ES. We saw a lot of back and forth on the ES, but it does appear that the bulls have found support at the close of the session. And if the bulls can hold this level overnight, I'll be watching their reaction when price trades within the range between 560 and 565. Because this is where we saw bears step in, and I expect for the bears to defend their position. But if we see bulls break out of this range and price begins to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades into a range between 670 and 667. But if the bulls don't hold this overnight, I'll be watching for the reaction of the retest of a range between 622 in 616, because this is near the low of the day, and if the bulls are serious, then they should step back in within this range. But I'll be monitoring both markets overnight to identify the best trades as we go into tomorrow's stream. And in summary, both markets traded in a range until the start of the New York session. Both markets had a massive rally that quickly sold off from its highs. And finally, market participants now view that the Fed is more confident that inflation is moving towards its 2% goal. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.